Here we go. Okay. It took sacrifices. For sure, I've probably missed some playtime with Delaney. I've missed some dates with friends, dates with Terry. I'm not going to lie about that. However, now 3.5 years later, I can play with Delaney whenever I want. Like if she wants to go to the beach at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, I can do that. Or if Terry and I want to go out for lunch on a Thursday, I can do that. So, you know, you pick your hard, right? So, but I promise that's one thing I will never do is lie to you about what I've put into it to make this happen. So that's kind of why I thought today would be the perfect time to sort of take you on a walk and literally walk you through what my day looked like when I was working. Because my day looks a lot different now. Because my day is Beachbody, my whole entire day. So life has changed. However, my workload is a lot different than yours. A lot of yours is. There's a couple of you that are seeing the same kind of workload and will see that more and more and more. But right now I have a whole team, like there's 37 of you on here. Let's just say there's 412 or 421 coaches in the Team Fit team page. And I get messages all day from everybody. My messenger is like full all day. So I need to have that whole time. Like I need the whole day to do this business now, but I didn't need that when I started. So I'm going to take you through a walk from the time that I decided to put my all into this. So when I decided, okay, I kind of think that there might be something here. I think I might be able to change our life with this. That's the walk I'm going to take you on today. I'm literally going to take you through my power hour, which is bullshit. It takes a little bit longer than an hour, guys, if you want it to change your life, okay? I'm not going to lie. However, I did not have an hour. Like, who has an hour? Nobody has an hour to just sit around and do Beachbody. So I want to take you through exactly how I made this work. Okay. We've still got some people unmuted, and I have like ADD. So if I hear background noise, I go like crazy. Okay. So first of all, social media, it's your job. Stop thinking of it as fun. It's not fun anymore. I don't mean it's not fun anymore, but it's your business. It's where you do business. You are not on social media. You're not on Instagram. You're not on Facebook to scroll your news feed anymore. If you have extra time at the end of the day, go for it. By all means, go pin all you want. But right now, like my focus, as soon as I decided this was my business, social media was the place that I was going to do everything, and that's where my business was run. I have not missed one day posting. Not one. And I know that freaks you all out, and you probably think I'm an obsessed, crazy person, but that's what it takes. If I can give you one tip, if you just leave the call right now and this is all you've heard, consistency. Consistency every single day. I have posted 3 times at minimum on Facebook. And now I post different places, because my business has grown. I'm 10xing this thing. So I go above and beyond that. But for right now, we're just talking about me about 3 years ago when the shift happened, when it was time for me to build this as a business. I did not post less than 3 times a day. There's some talk now that 2 times is okay. So I'm just going to say 2 to 4 times posting on social media is where you should be. That's what you should be doing. Okay. There's 3 reasons people come to Facebook. And I'm just going to use Facebook as an example. If you're using Instagram, awesome. If you're using Snapchat, amazing. If you're using, I don't care what you're using, just be on some social media platform and be consistent there. My advice when you're first starting is pick one and ramp it up in one place. Okay, like get really good in one place. If you want to dabble in a couple different places, that's fine. But please put your focus on one spot. Instagram's amazing. I'm not saying there's one better than the other. Just pick one and focus everything there. Dabble in the others, perfect, but focus one place. That's what worked for me. I always kind of like dabbled in Instagram, but my main focus was Facebook. People come to social media for 3 reasons, and 3 reasons only: to be inspired, to be educated, and to be entertained. And we can do all 3 things. You know, they can get from us all 3 things every single day. Share all aspects of your life. Please stop letting me see fitness posts and your food all day, every day, all day, every day. People are so sick of you. You got to share more than that. Like, to share your life. My God, you don't just eat and exercise all day. You do other stuff. So share other stuff about what your life is. If you have kids, my God, if you have kids, get them on your feed. It's like a gold mine. You people with babies or big bellies, my God, I wish I was you. Like, honestly, that's the stuff people love. Share your life. They want to see more than just this and kiss and shakeology. Like, that really kind of bugs them. And then you get annoying and then they leave your feed. Share the mess in your message. I had a chat with someone yesterday, and I know she's not on this call. She's going to listen to the recording. So Tina, I'm calling you out. But we have had very similar situations in the last 6 months. We've lost our parents. She's lost her parents, and like, she's had a rough go. And I've lost my dad, as you all know. So I have taken the route. I shared the mess of my message. Like, it's been shitty, but I've shared it, but I've shared the silver lining. So every post, what may have started out sad, in the end, I shared how I got through that day, or I shared how I worked through that situation. So I shared with people my life, what I was going through, but I kept it positive. I kept it motivating. Do you know how many followers I've got because of that? Because I've been real and I've opened up. You do have to be vulnerable on social media. That's our job. It's part of the job description. And the more vulnerable you can be, the more followers and more respect and more trust you're going to build. So somehow you got to figure out, if you're still really nervous about that, you got to dig deep somehow. Get more personal development. Help yourself, help your business, because that's what's going to work. Tina, and I mean, you got to do what's okay with you. Like, this is what I did. So that's what this call is about, what I did to build my business. But Tina, on the other hand, just kind of stopped coaching. And now 6 months later, she wants to get back into it, and we're starting again, and that's fine. She's going to do amazing. She's going to pick up where she left off, but there's the difference. I took the route, I'm just going to share my message here. I'm just going to share what I'm going through, and hopefully it can inspire at least one person. When I wake up in the morning, that is what is in my brain. When my feet hit the floor, all I think about is, I hope that I can help or inspire one person today. I do not think about selling challenge packs. I do not think about signing up a coach. I think about, who can I help and inspire today? That is where my focus is all the time. And when I go to bed at night, I think about, how many friends did I make today? I don't high five myself if I sold 5 challenge packs. I don't high five myself if I signed 2 rock star coaches. Because all of that stuff, you never know. Like, don't count your chickens before they hatch. I high five myself if I've made some new friends, because that's what this is about. It's a relationship building business. Okay, you have to be intentional with your social media. So always think before you post, did that inspire someone? So are you sharing motivation? Are you sharing your workout post and being truthful? Like, holy crap, that was hard today, but I got through it. The trainer helped me get through it, or whatever. Are you inspiring people somehow? One easy way to do that at the beginning when words aren't flowing just the way you want them to. Go find, like, Google motivational quotes and grab one and copy it out, make that your first line, and then talk about why that spoke to you. Why did that speak to you? Why did that motivational quote speak to you? I used to do that all the time. Don't copy the motivational picture, like copy and save and then re-upload the quote that someone else did. Take a picture of yourself and put the quote in your text. Okay, whoever's unmuted, please mute yourself. Put the quote in your text, like just copy it out, and then share a couple sentences of why that spoke to you, why that helped you today. Did you educate people? So did you share a recipe? Did you share a workout tip? Did you share, how to get more water in? Did you educate people? And entertaining is just sharing your life. That's the entertainment. People find you interesting. They really do. Even though you think you're really boring, and like we talked about this on the new coach call, like nothing epic is happening at my house or Megan's house. Believe me, we are boring. I never shower. My hair's always dirty. Like, it's boring, but people are entertained by that. They want to see that. So be intentional with your posts, because at the end of the day, the whole name of this game is you need to get eyes on your stuff. And if you're not being intentional, no one will want to see it. It's the whole point of this business, is getting more eyes on your stuff. So make sure your pictures are bright and clear and smiley and positive, and take 5 minutes today and figure out where's the best angle. I promise you, this is not. Okay? Down at your camera is not. In a dark room is not. In your dark basement at 5 o'clock is not. Go to a window when it's bright and put a smile on. That's what people are going to be attracted to. And they're going to be way more attracted to your face than a copy and paste image or a picture of autumn or your link to your website. Like, people scroll past that so fast. It needs to be you. You need to be sharing you. Okay. So I'm going to get right into literally how my day went. Like, this is a day in the life back like 6-7 months ago when I was working at the salon, and how I ran my day. 4:30 a.m. How many people am I losing already? Okay. So whatever. I'm a morning person, and that's how I had to do it. So take it as it is. 4:30 in the morning, I got up and I read 15 to 20 minutes of personal development. So personal development. If you're a new coach, here's my suggestions. What's the badass girl? Be a badass, or you are a badass. Compound Effect. Rising Strong. The Slight Edge. If you're a new coach, one of those 4 books, start reading them. 10 minutes a day. Oh my God, it does. You can get up 10 minutes earlier and read. That is like not that big of a deal. And I promise you're going to get posts out of that. That's where you're going to get your motivation, your motivational posts. You're not going to have to Google anymore, because every day you're going to get something out of that reading. So I read for 15 to 20 minutes. I literally set my little clock. I used my phone because I was on a schedule. I had a client coming in at 8:30 in the morning. So I had very limited time. Workout. I worked out right after that. I made my first post. So I worked out, I took a selfie, I made my first post of the day. And usually I honestly would incorporate my motivation with the exercise. So whatever I read that day that made me think, oh, that was a great thing I could share, or whatever, I would incorporate the two of them. So if you follow me, you probably see that. My first post of the morning is usually motivational, but I'm in my gym or I've just worked out, like I'm in workout clothes. I would go upstairs, I would shower, I would get ready, and I would listen to business development every day. So I would go to YouTube and I would find top coaches' YouTube channels, or I would listen to my coach's team call or whatever, and I would build my business development. They are two different things. And as much as I think Beachbody is amazing for encouraging us to do personal development, I think they miss the boat in not talking about business development. You maybe won't hear everything from me. There's no way you're going to listen to everything today and take it all in. You need to take it in from different voices. So if there's something you're confused about, go to YouTube. There's a video on it. If you want to know what it means to be an Emerald coach, you want to know how to make Team Cycle bonus, I didn't ask my coach. I didn't bug Amy every single day. What's this? What's this? What's this? I went to YouTube every morning when I was doing my makeup and my hair, and I listened to business development. Okay, I drove to work, and guess what I did? So in between there, I got Delaney breakfast. I got her off to school or daycare or whatever she was in at that point. I drove to work. I got dressed myself. I got Terry dressed. It sounds like you just said. Yeah, I had to get Terry dressed. I have 2 kids around here. So the normal mom, I was a normal mom doing normal mom stuff. I got myself to work, and I always listened unless Delaney was in the car with me. If Delaney was in the car, we chatted and did our thing. If I was by myself, I listened to the Team Beachbody podcasts. That's where I had them all downloaded. That's what always played in my car. Got to work, and I usually had a little bit of time. I like to get to work early, so I do my business stuff. So I still had to do staff stuff and deposits and all that, do that. But I usually had about 15 minutes before my customer came. So I would start, this is how my power hour would start, with birthday messages. So I would go into Facebook, and I would go to the birthdays because they're right there. Facebook gives you some people to talk to right at the beginning of the day, right there. Birthday messages. How I handle my birthday, and I still do all this to this day. My power hour has not changed. This is what happens. I just do it in a big chunk now instead of breaking it up. So I would go to birthdays, and I would send them either a birthday message or I would delete them. This is how I filter through my friends. If a birthday comes up and it's someone that I don't want to be friends with, that I know is never going to be a challenger, is never going to be a coach, and quite frankly, they are not going to inspire me in any way, I don't really need them on my feed. So I delete them, or I send them a message and I wish them a happy birthday. I used to just say, happy birthday. I know this is kind of random, but I love sending out birthday wishes to people. And I would leave it at that. Now I ask a question at the end. Happy birthday. I know we haven't talked in months, but I just wanted to reach out and give you some special wishes on your special day. What do you have planned? Do you have anything special planned? So it maybe possibly opens up a conversation. Always end your conversations with a question. And now I went to work. I worked. I cut hair for several hours. But in between those little blips, those little clients, there was always a tiny bit of time. I no longer had chitter chatter in the back office. I no longer sat around and gossiped about what we hate about our clients and why we hate work and what we did on the weekend. That was done. That was not part of my life anymore. I wanted to be around only positive people, and there wasn't a lot of that in my back room. So I literally zoned in. I picked up my phone if I had a couple minutes. I checked my messenger. Was there anybody that I needed to get back to? Has someone responded already? So that was a little hot messish. There was no real writing things down. It was really just, okay, has anyone messaged me? No. All right. Well, I still have a couple minutes. I'll keep connecting. And I'm going to get to that next, or in a couple seconds. The next 15-minute block was usually my lunch hour, or when I had a lunch break. I would make a post, whatever. It would be what I was eating, maybe a Shakeology post, maybe just something about my day. It would be sort of just a day lifestyle post. It might be a recipe as well. I would sometimes do a recipe at that point too, but I would make another post then. And then I got into expanding my network. So every single day on my book, and you guys have seen my notebook that I carry around with me all the time, there were 4 things: expand my network, connect, follow-ups, and the 4th thing doesn't always happen. I know this is the same as Megan's. Connect with friends, like people just that I haven't talked to for a long time. Friends in my support group, friends on my like page, like just wherever they were, if I had time. But the 3 things that I do every single day, no matter what: expand my network, connect with people, and my follow-ups every single day. Do not miss it. So my next 15-minute chunk of time was expanding my network. My way of expanding has always been through an ad, through my like page. That's always how I've done it. We've talked about this for the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to get into it. That's how I've done it. You do not need to do it that way though. When you're first starting, just talk to the friends that you already have on Facebook. Just connect with them. Add friends by your husband's friends list. Friends list. You can go into your friend and see her friends and see, is there anyone on there that I would like to connect with? This is not weird. Like, this is social media. We are being social. Like, we're meeting people. Like, when I friend request someone, if they get back to me and say, oh, that's kind of weird, which never happens. I think it's happened like once or twice in my whole time. Like, that's weird. I don't know you. I'm like, I know we don't know each other, but we have this friend in common. And quite frankly, I just like connecting with other moms. And I leave it at that. That's okay. If she doesn't, no big deal. Like, get over yourself. Get over thinking that people are going to think you're weird or they're going to think you're salesy or whatever. Just get over it. They're not. Like, the majority of people aren't. The majority of people come back to me and say, oh, I love connecting with other moms too. Like, we got to do this together because it's like a shit show all the time. Like, that's most of the responses I get back. So you can find friends that way. You can also go into Facebook pages. So say you love, I haven't watched TV in 3 years. What is a show that you guys watch? I don't know, The Bachelor? I can't even think of any TV shows, but maybe you have a series that you just love. Go to their Facebook page. See the people that are commenting on the posts and comment back, and then add them as a friend. Go to different Facebook groups that are in your target market. So here's an example of what I wouldn't do. I would not go into a breastfeeding group. I have never breastfed. I've never gave birth. Why would I ever go to that group? But if that is in your target market, go to a breastfeeding group. Join a group like that. I would join an adoption group. I would join a PCOS group. I would join a hairstylist group. I would get into that group and start commenting on the comments, seeing if there was anyone in there that I would like to talk to. Please do not make the mistake I did and be a quantity over quality person, because I spent hours talking to the wrong people. I want you to spend a little bit of time figuring out talking to the right people. This is not about quantity, it's about quality. I have figured out how to talk to the right people now, and let me tell you, my job is a lot easier. So figure out who you want to talk to. Who's in your target market? Are you a mom? Do you like running? Do you like camping? Do you like crafts? Do you like gardening, scrapbooking, traveling, whatever? Like, figure out a couple things that you really, really like and join some of those groups. And don't be this spammer in the group. You just have to be a very quiet little person in there and start commenting on some of the comments from people, and then adding them as a friend, and then building a relationship from there. So those are great ways of expanding your market, and you just need to do it every day. You need to be adding every day. When I have coaches come to me and they say, I have nobody to talk to, I'm like, okay, so what was your friends list last month? 200? Well, what is it now? 202? Okay, not enough. Like I add like 20 friends a day, and I'm 10xing here. But back in the day, like I really wanted to add 3 friends a day. Like that was like my minimum. I needed to add that many people a day. So there was more people seeing my stuff, more eyes on my stuff. I'm gonna quickly do Instagram. I am not an expert at Instagram, but I've learned a little bit. So your hashtags, you can search hashtags and find people that way. You can go to a page on Instagram. So kind of just like what I said in Facebook. You can go to a page on Instagram that you like. So last night I did an experiment and it worked pretty freaking awesome, I must say. I went to Kate Spade. I love Kate Spade. I have all the purses, la, la, la. So I went to Kate Spade's Instagram page and I went into her followers and I just started clicking like pictures of people that kind of, I was attracted to. Like they were women, but I was like attracted to the picture or whatever. I clicked into their page because on Instagram you can see everything, right? So I click if they're not private. If they're private, I just pass them by. But if their profile came up, I looked at their pictures. Perfect. She has a 6-year-old. Awesome. Like one lady had like some kid that looked like Delaney playing with Lego. I pretty much have the same picture in my photo album. So I saw that. I thought, okay, I'm going to like 5 of her pictures. So I immediately thought, okay, this person's my jam. I liked 5 of her pictures. I commented on 1 or 2 of them, and then I sent her a message. I said, oh my God, I don't even know how I found your page. Lie. I know exactly how I found it, but that's okay. Don't even know how I stumbled upon your page, but I just looked at that picture of your little one with Lego, and honestly, I have the same picture of my daughter. How old's yours? I don't know if you can see this, I have 13 messages right now. All from that last night. And that, honestly, I did at about 11:30 at night just because I wanted to experiment for this call. I have no idea maybe the messages are like, you're a freak. I don't know. I haven't even looked at them yet, but I'm assuming not all of them said I'm a freak because they were all really like, they all had kids. I know that Instagram's a gold mine. I just haven't quite tapped into it yet. Like I haven't quite figured it out, but I'm getting there. Insta story.
Sorry, I have a quick question if you can hear me. Are you following those people or are you just sending them messages right now?
I kind of did both, Elaine. I'm kind of trying to experiment with that. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Some people say follow and then other people just don't say anything. I think now I listened to Micah Folsom yesterday and she is getting everything through Insta stories now. And she said, I just go and chat with people on their Insta stories. So that was what I started to do last night, but the only people on my Insta stories are you guys. So I'm obviously not following them. If I start to follow these people, then if they're doing Insta stories, it's going to show up for me. I know this is probably really confusing to some people that haven't done Instagram, so don't worry about it. Please don't even listen to this part. But there's some people that are, so I wanted to touch on it. You can really expand your network through Instagram. I've only been doing it for like 3 or 4 weeks, and I've made connections for sure. However, please remember what I said. If you are a new coach, you need to concentrate in one area. Please. Heather, I can see you going like this. I want you to know you are nowhere near needing to learn about Instagram. Okay, so that was like that did not take long. Like that took like 3 times longer explaining it than it takes to do it. It's like boom, 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 add some new friends, find friends to add. Like it doesn't take long. No, I'm not keeping track. I am not keeping track of that. I do not care about anything until I connect with a person. I don't care at all what happens. So then I would go back to work. Somewhere in there, I ate my lunch, right? I ate my healthy lunch. I posted about my healthy lunch, and I got that job done. So expanding my network was done for the day. My next big task took 3 or 4 15-minute breaks, and that was connecting. The easiest way to connect is to talk to the people that are liking your posts. If you are posting well, You are going to have likes and you're going to have comments. You are. If you're posting with purpose, posting with intention. So if you don't have likes on your stuff, I'm not trying to be mean. You need to change something. Something's not right. Now, when you start, you might only get 1 or 2. That's okay. That's how I started. But there were 1 or 2 people that I got to talk to. So I made a little graphic. So Megan and I, we work together. We really try and hash out the simplest ways to get you guys going. And we thought about this. We freaking went through so many different things to try and get to the easiest way to share this stuff with you guys. And Megan came up with this the other day, and I created a little fancy image just to sort of show you how easy this can be. So bear with me for 1 sec. Oh, let's hope I can find it. Always the problem. Okay, here it is. Okay, can you guys see that? Someone just say yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So in the middle, you can see share your journey on social media. That's the point to this whole thing. At the top, add, oh my God, I'm just realizing that the arrow is going in the wrong way. Okay. Go the opposite direction of my arrows. Okay, add to your network is first. Create posts. Thank the likers and commenters and continue to build that relationship. I'm just dying at my arrows. Oh my God, I can't believe I noticed that. Okay, keep going. Share your journey with intention, which is called jabs. You're just giving little jabs of what you're doing. You are not screaming 21-day fix. You're not talking about Beachbody. You're not sharing images of bottom. You're sharing your journey, but you're sharing what you're doing. So if you are doing a program, drinking Shakeology, doing your workouts, you are sharing what you're doing. That's what you want to share on social media. Create curiosity. If you have not watched the call from last week, you need to go watch it. Create curiosity. If you've noticed my post this week, I have never uttered the word Shift Shop. Not once. I've said rapid results, ramped up program. Do you know how many messages? I had a lady last night message me saying, I just don't know what program you're doing. I can't find rapid results anywhere. I've Googled it all night. That was proof to me that if I had said Shift Shop, she would have bought it on Beachbody and never, ever messaged me. Okay, so you're sharing your journey with intention. Post about a challenge group. And for brand new coaches, that's going to take a little bit, but if you've been a coach for a while, once a week, at minimum, I post an invitation, which is called like a call to action that has an actual invite to a challenge group. And that's what we would call a hook. Post about a challenge group, and then you go and invite the likes and the comments from that post. That is really how simple this can be. That whole events, just doing that over and over and over again. That's all you have to do. And I'm so mad that I screwed up the arrows. That really pisses me off. You know how I like my images to be perfect. Okay, so does that kind of make sense when I lay it out there like that? That's really as simple as it can be. Share your journey, post about it, and then connect with those people. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else. And for the brand new coaches on here, that's all you have to worry about. You don't need to worry about how to make a sale. You don't need to worry about how to run a challenge group. You don't need to worry about any of that stuff because you're not there yet. You need to know how to share your journey, make some nice posts, and how to connect with these people. And that's what we're going to do next. So every single time I made a post, the next day I went to that post and I saw who liked it and who commented on it, and I messaged them. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm opening myself right up to you guys. You're going to see my face. Whoops. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay, can you see my Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I kind of started this quickly so I could do this quickly with you guys. I'm going to go to this post here. So this was a couple nights ago, and I'm actually still, I've been busy the last 2 days. So I'm actually kind of still working through. So please don't compare. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. I had 116 or whatever likes on this picture. So here's this picture. I want you to see that it did not ask anyone anything. It did not ask anyone to join anything, nothing. I was a busy mom working incredibly long hours. I was living to work instead of working to live. Something was missing. I couldn't even describe it. That was 3 years ago. And then this happened. A sisterhood was created, a business was built, a stronger, happier, confident, and more fulfilled woman was born. To every single woman in this picture, I wish you the same. I admire your courage and your discipline. I admire your vision and your hustle. But most of all, I'm so happy I have been able to see into your hearts. Oh, I almost feel like I'm going to cry. And that we have linked arms and are doing this together. Okay, so this is a great picture. It's a really powerful picture. So of course it got a lot of likes. Guys, I can do posts that get 2 likes. Like probably if I scrolled far enough, I would find something that hardly had any likes because I still get that. So don't compare, but this was a good one to show you some different conversations. So what I would do is I would click on the likes and they're all going to pop up here. And I would go through, like I know Marianne, I just talked to, she's in my challenge group. Justine is my coach. Cindy Lopez, we talk like every day, so I don't need to message her. Okay, Katie Wilson. I think I actually have just messaged her, but say this was a person that I really hadn't talked to for a while, or if ever, maybe she just liked my page. And I think she's fairly new, like we reconnected. No, that's not the girl I'm thinking about. Anyway, somewhere along the line, March 25th, we talked. And then I don't know how we got talking again. I don't know. She must have liked a post. Let's skip her because that's going to be a bad example. Let's get back to this. Okay. Sorry, guys. I know there's some good examples here. I want to get to them. Scrolling down. Okay, so here, Lisa. This is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go into her messenger. So we connected. She became friends with me April 29th. And look, I haven't even, so I am not like the best at just making sure I get all the right jobs done. So here she's been a friend of mine, and obviously this is the first time she's liked anything because I have not connected with her at all. And we obviously became friends through my like page probably on April 29th. So here I go. Let me get my phone away. Hey,
Michelle.
Yeah.
Before you message, she's an Emerald coach.
Oh my God, you know what? That's right. I know who she is. Oh God, this is terrible. Okay, that is not a good one. Sorry, guys. That's right. She is on Team Rise Up, and we met in Punta Cana. That's why I've never connected with her. So there, you have to be very careful who you're messaging, because that would have sounded pretty weird, seeing that I know her in person. Oh my God, back to the drawing board. This was supposed to be a lot easier than this. All right, let's take this girl. And normally I actually would not like click into their profile. I'm just doing that to show you guys. Okay. So Charlotte and I, the first time we connected was Thursday. Okay. So how are you? I hope, so this is the message that I sent her when she became friends with me. How are you? I hope you don't think this is totally random. I'm not a crazy person, I promise. I just wanted to say thanks so much for liking my post. It's always a toss-up, isn't it? Coffee or wine. So just to clarify that, I have an ad running from my business page that is me holding a cup that basically says, is it time for coffee or is it time for wine? So that's really how I connect with people. And then I just go on to explain, I love connecting with other women and moms who are trying to stay healthy and just making their way through this busy life. And then I just invite them to like my private group on Facebook. Okay. So she liked to post, or she actually got right back to me. So I'm training women a lot, so need to get back to focusing on my body too. Really liked the look of some of the videos you post. Are you able to like my page too? Fitness for Moms. So that was last night. That triggered me. Okay, wait a second. Is this lady a coach? So I went back to her. Hey, Charlotte, that is amazing. Are you a coach too? Like, I didn't get into anything else. And I haven't responded. Yep, a personal trainer, but quite new to it. Really enjoying helping moms to get back to the way they were before having kids. LOL. And I'll just say, hey, Charlotte, that is so awesome. I know helping each other feel the best we can is an amazing thing. So personal trainer, that is so great. What could I ask? What is your favorite type of workout? Done. That is it. I did not invite her to anything. I did not ask her to join a challenge group. I did not ask her to be a coach. I am just connecting with her. Like, that is it. Okay? Michaela, I know this lady. I had started this message already before I got on the call. So here is a woman that I've actually talked to quite a bit. As you can see, she never responds, ever. She's responded once. And I think this was to some coaching thing that I did in 2016. So I've connected with her. I've kept connecting with her every time she's liked a post. Now, she hasn't liked anything, it looks like, since 2016. And for some reason, she just liked that post again. So there's proof, you guys. People do see your stuff. They are seeing it. And you just never know what's going to trigger them. So you got to keep going. You got to keep consistent. So I have two options here. I could literally kind of mention coaching because it's a post about coaching. But I haven't talked to her in a long time, and quite frankly, she's ignored everything. So I don't want to sound at all salesy or pushy or anything. I just want to see if we can finally get a conversation going. So, hi, Michaela, how are you? I just happened to see that you liked a post of mine the other night. I just had to pop in and say thanks. I am always inspired to continue sharing my journey when people like my stuff. And then, you know what? Here is a case. I might pop on her profile and I might say, so I can see she has a little one, and that's probably as much investigating as I would do. I would say, I love your pic of your little on the beach. How old is she? She's a she, right? Better make sure. Yep, she's a she. Done. Okay? That's all I would say to her. Now, Beatty is a different example because I know her. She's been in my challenge groups. She's actually talked to me about coaching before, but then decided it was not her. So remember, these are the people that liked my posts that really specifically talked about my team, talked about how coaching had changed my life. So here I'm saying, hey, Beatty, how are you? It's been a long time. I hope you're having a great summer. I just saw your name liking my post from the other night. I had to pop in and say thanks for the love. It always empowers me when women like my posts, keeps me inspired to share my journey. Now, I have to ask you, my post was about my team and my experience as a coach so far. I know we chatted about this once before. Is it something that you still think about? Doing something like I'm doing? Oops. And that's it. That's it. I'm just asking her because I know I've had that relationship with her before. but I'm not like, it's just a question. It's not like saying anything overdone. It's not being spammy or salesy. It's just creating some interest. Okay, so I'm just going to go to last night. This was just like totally random. It's Friday night. PJs are on. I'm pooped. Big day of shopping with little to no success. If you're waiting for a message from me, I'm coming at you sometime tonight, or at least until I start fading. Probably the only person in this sunny beach town with their slippers on, sipping water, working on a summer Friday night. Totally fine with me, no. Makes sticking to my rapid results meal plan one heck of a lot easier. So, wow, I did a lot of jabs in that one. I talked about coaching and I talked about my plan. So, whatever. Okay, so here's my likes. I'm going to click into them and I'm going to see. Okay, so Heather is a coach. Faye, I talk to all the time. Tanya Marie, I talk to all the time. Okay, here, I don't think I've talked to Sonia for a while. So let's click into her. So June 7th, this is a toss-up. I may just actually go to her page and comment on a couple posts, because that is a way to connect as well. Like, I feel like most connecting should be done in Messenger, but something like this, I really have talked to her quite consistently. I don't always get something back. So I think I'll just go and see if there's something that will, that I can comment on. So this looks like maybe something. It truly amazes me how people think they can lose weight without exercising or eating right. Woo, you are right. Oh my gosh, I totally agree, Sonia. You have to do both for sure. How are you? Done. Okay, so that's all I would do there. That's it. So I'm kind of switching it up. Like, I messaged her in June. Now I might just do that and see where it goes. Maybe she'll comment back to me on that post. Let me try and find someone else that I haven't talked to in a little bit. So as you can see, guys, like, a lot of these people are my coaches and other coaches. Like, don't look at my thing and think, oh my gosh, she has like 37 new people to talk to. I don't. Like, all of these people are my coaches, but not this one. So Megan, let's see what's going on with her. Oh, perfect. This is a perfect example. So Megan just on July 1st liked my ad from my like page. So I connected with her and she added me as a friend. So now she has liked a post. She's finally liked a post. Now, sometimes when someone adds me as a friend, I might send them a message, hey, thanks for adding me as a friend, or if they've joined my support group. But quite honestly, I don't always do that. It's my first connect is often the first time they like something. So here I will just say, hey, Megan, and I might click into her profile just so I can see what's going on with Megan. She looks like a nice girl, sparkle wherever you go. She doesn't look like she's a coach. Like, I don't always do this, but I may. So, how are you? Thanks so much for the love on my post last night. As you can see, nothing epic was happening at my house on a Friday night. I hope yours was more exciting. Did you do anything wild and crazy? Like, something like that. I don't know. So, I mean, I didn't ask her, like, do you have any health and fitness goals? Or I didn't do anything. I just started a conversation and we'll see where that goes. I will not even think about her another second unless she messages me back. I am not going to track that conversation. I am not going to do anything like that until she messages me back, because it's just a connection message. So does that make sense? Like, they're just like simple questions that relate back to the post. It does not. Now, like when I was doing the coaching post, I can relate back to coaching if it feels right. If it feels icky, it's icky. If you feel like you're pushing something that doesn't make sense, then don't. Just ask them a question about themselves. I often will click onto someone's profile, and as soon as I see that they have a little person, that's my connection. That's part of my target market. So I immediately say, how old's your little one? Or is it a girl or a boy? Or how many kids do you have? That's often the question I ask. And that always gets a response. Now, if it's something that's a challenge or a post specifically about my workout, like that's really all I've talked about, then I will say, are you working on some health and fitness goals? I will say that. I will do that. So that took a long time to explain because I actually showed you messages, but that happened in 15-minute blocks. I literally connect whenever I can. I'll stand in the grocery line and I'll connect. I'll watch TV, pretend I'm watching TV, and I'll connect. I'll sit on the toilet and I'll connect. The more people you connect with, the better and bigger and faster you're going to make this happen. I connect until I can't stop. I don't track it. Like, don't waste your time tracking, because guys, if you could see my messenger box, it's full of disconnects, like me connecting and no one responding. It's full of them, like overflowing. I don't care. The people that come back to me are the people that I'm going to build that relationship with. So that would take a couple of my 15-minute blocks. But like I said, I don't even really time it because I do it all the time. Like, I just do it all the time. I don't stop doing that ever. I just keep connecting. Because really, out of 20, 2 or 3 maybe come back. Then, like, I keep working. I'm working through that whole time. We're still in the day. Like, I'm still doing my thing. And then my next 15-minute block of time was usually, honestly, after I'd come home, put Delaney to bed, had supper, did all of that stuff, and I sat down, and that's when I would do my follow-ups. And follow-ups are very important. So that's when I would respond back to anybody that had responded to me through the day. And I always, always, always keep a list. I've used Teensy for my follow-ups. So if I've talked to someone about a challenge group and they've been interested, I want to follow up with them a couple days later and say, like, if you sent information about a challenge group or a video about a challenge group, you got to follow up with them. Most of my challenge pack sales, my customers, my coaches come from follow-ups. If you're missing that piece, you're missing a big piece of the pie. You have to do them. Lots of different ways. You can do them every single day. You can do them once a week. Like, there's lots of different ways to do them, but you have to keep on top of them. Okay, so new coaches, just get a piece of paper and write follow-ups on the top. And every time you need to follow up with every time you're going to want to follow up with someone, write their names down. That's what I did until not too long ago. I just had everyone's name in a book and I would follow up with them. And it was just as simple as, hey, Megan, we talked a couple days ago. How did you like that video? I haven't heard back from you. Are you still interested in hearing more? I didn't explain anything or go into too much detail. Simple, ask a question. Just think simple, ask a question. And that's what I would do until they were done. There was no longer timing 15 minutes. It was until they were done, until my message box was empty. And that's the truth. And sometimes that was midnight. And I got up at 4:30. And you can take that for what it is. I'm not telling anyone you have to do any of this stuff. But I've had several of you say you just want to see what my day was like when I was working. And that's what it was like. On Sunday, so I worked Saturdays. So Saturday was the same, exactly the same. Monday to Saturday was exactly the same. On Sunday, I would try and get it done in a block. So what I did is I still woke up at 4:30. But I knew that Sunday, I could work out with Delaney. Actually, it'd be a really cute picture. So I would wait. I would push my workout up until when she, woke up, and I would do all that stuff at the top of my day, like at 4:30. So I would take an hour. I would really do a power hour or power 2 hours or whatever it ended up. I didn't really care. I never timed it. I just worked until it was done. And then on Sunday, she and I would work out, share a great picture of that, and then I would have a family time. And then after she went to bed, I would get back on my horn and do more. So I hope that helps. Does it help with some connecting messages like that? I know Megan, Megan's team's already done this, but this call, but I think we're just overthinking our conversations. Like, they're just making friends. Like, don't even think you're a Beachbody coach. Like, don't even get that out of your head. Don't even think about it. Just like, hey, how are you? Like you would do at the grocery store, like you would do at the pool with your kids or at a party. Hey, how are you? Oh my God, where'd you get that? How have you been? Are you still living in Vancouver? Just normal questions, and not 7 questions, 1 simple question. And the more of those you do, the more people you're going to get to talk to. I can share with you my message box and show you, actually show you. I think I'm going to, because I want you guys to see how many people don't respond to me, because I don't think you believe me. Okay. So here's just I'll go to a big mass. Okay, so look at these. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Sophie. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Emily. Hey, Gemma. Hey, Kay. Hey, Nikki. Look at all these non-people talking to me. Tons. Zillions. I never go back and look at this. I don't care. I do not care who responds. I could care less. All I care about are the people so when you see a big bunch of hey Jules, hey Angela, hey Katie, hey Claire, hey Harriet, hey Tara, hey Sarah, Becky, Dawn, Jem, I don't care about those people. They don't want to talk to me, and that is cool. That is really okay with me. I want to talk to the 3 people that messaged me back. That's the only people I need to worry about. Those other people, maybe someday we'll connect another time when the timing's right, but I don't go back. I don't worry about them. That's a waste of my time. And if you're working, that's a real waste of your time. Concentrate on expanding and adding friends and connecting. That's all you need to do, is concentrate, and your follow-ups, obviously. Follow-ups should just be a no-brainer. If you've got someone that you've got to a point in the conversation that someone actually wants to see a video and wants to hear about the program, they are magic to you. Those are the people that really want to talk to you. Get writing their names down. That's when you track. That's as soon as someone talks to me, as soon as we have a conversation, I write their names down. And for me, I put them in Teamsy, and I say I'm going to follow up with them in a month. Even if that conversation, so let's say that Michaela, for example, that I said, your little one on the beach is so cute. If she still doesn't get back to me, I have her as a follow-up a month away. And in a month, will go to her, and I'll either decide to message her, or I'll comment on one of her pictures or whatever on her page. I'll decide what feels right at that time. Sometimes a message feels right, but sometimes it's just no, I think I'll just maybe interact with her on her page, which is just as good. I really feel like that's a good way of connecting. Andrea, about how many people do you want in a free group? Oh, I maybe missed some conversation here. Are we talking about free groups? Do you pack it with as many as possible, or do you keep it at a certain number? I really take anyone that wants to be in them. If 100 wanted to, I would take 100. Yeah, that's never happened to me, but I just had one wanted to be in my last free group, so that was pretty much a bust. She got a lot of attention. I'll take whoever. I wasn't a yeah.
I'll just add something quickly that I kind of share with my coaches, and you probably said it too. Sam, don't do that. But try and like gear your posts so that you can get some likes, right? Because if you're creating posts to sort of get what you want, then you can message those people about the post. So post about your workout and how you are, so much stronger today than you were 3 weeks ago, or how you didn't want to do it, but the accountability from your challenge group pushed you to do it. And then the people who like that post, you can then message them about that post, right? Like you're not just going to message them and say, thanks for liking my post. You're going to say, thanks for liking my post. Are you on a health and fitness journey yourself? Just like Michelle said, because your post was about your health and fitness journey. Or if you make a post about coaching and how, this call on Saturday mornings is just, one of the best parts of your day because you're surrounded by positive women, and someone likes that post, you can, Sam, get off the table. You can message them back and say, thanks for liking my post. Coaching has done so much for me, I can't help but share it. Is it something you've ever thought about? Just like that. And so just like that, you're starting to invite without it being this like formal, like, I wanted to ask you a question. Like that's how I have done this. And it's just about creating posts to get what you want. If you're trying to connect with moms, bang out some really good mom posts about your struggles as a mom and how you're drowning daily with the mom to-do list. And the people that like that post, message them back, say, thank you for liking my post. I take it you're a mom and you get where I'm coming from, or how many kids do you have? And then you connect with them about being a mom so that you're making new friends. So when you sort of think of it that way, this business is very, very simple, I think, when you think of it like that. I think we can easily overcomplicate things big time. And we probably have, a year ago, I don't think we had this mindset, but now like things have just become a lot clearer to me the more I've done this. And so if you guys can start thinking that way sooner, it's better.
Yeah, it's posting with intention. If you don't understand the word intention, that Megan just broke it down for you. Like, take the word intention, write it in big, huge letters on a piece of paper, and have it right in front of you all the time. It's intentional posting. You need to think of your Facebook page as your store. It's your store now. Don't post bullshit. Don't post random stuff, guys, because people are coming to your pages and looking, and they want to see like what you're doing. The reason they're there now, they want to see what you're doing. It has to be intentional. Every single post has to be intentional, creating curiosity about what you're doing. And like, that sounds like all big words and oh my God, it's just sharing what you're doing. If you're here because you're doing a Beachbody program and you're drinking Shakeology and you're loving being part of this team. So you just have to share posts without saying those words. You have to think of really easy ways to share those things. I am a long poster. I like writing. So my posts are often long. They do not need to be long. In fact, the shorter the post, the better. So Heather, for example, I'm going to use you. She's just signed up. She just got her package in the mail, and I can't remember her words exactly, but she did a great post. It had her with her containers just sitting there, and she's like, something like, I'm just so excited I start on Monday. What are you excited about, Heather? Oh, I wonder what Heather's doing. Heather looks good today. She has a really nice smile on, and she's in bright lights, and she looks pretty, and I'm going to like this post. She has several people to connect with now. It didn't have to be like, oh my God, I've just done the scariest thing of my life, and I'm going to sign up with this team, and I don't know if it was the right thing to do, and now I'm going to start a health and fitness plan, and okay, it's got me working out 7 days a week, and we're going to do the autumn program. Like, it doesn't have to be anything like that. It shouldn't be like that. It was just like little tiny blip of what was going on in her life. And she's going to have way more people liking that than if she went, I mean, if she posted, I just became a Beachbody coach, 0 people would like that. They would run for the hills. They'd be like, shit, I don't even want to talk to her anymore. She's going to try and sell me that stuff. Right? So easy. Don't overthink it. Just like, don't make it so complicated. Just share your story. Share your story. That's really all you need to do. And then just make friends with the people or reconnect with the people that are liking your stuff. That's really all I do every day. And I did fit it in. I did. I know there's been a question. I think I saw a question come up. How many people, maybe? Oh, what's the appropriate amount of time? Okay, I think that was all answered. I'm not going to take the time to read all those messages. Was that question answered, or should I?
I don't think it got answered, but like I personally would just wait a day or two, always, because if you wait too long, like they forget, right? You have to remind these people that you were once interested in, and you know, because to us it's such a big part. Like Facebook is like our life, and challenge groups and coaching is our life. But someone who messages you wanting a little bit more information, they're not probably all consumed with it, and their day hasn't revolved around that one post you did like it does for us. So if someone expresses interest and then you get back to them and maybe they just forgot about your message or they got busy, so you need to remind them again, like in 24 hours, like, hey, just, you know, following up as promised, I know you were interested. Is that something you're still interested in chatting about, or whatever the case may be? But don't assume they're going to get back to you. You have to remind them that they were interested.
Yeah, I follow up with like the next day or 2 days later. And then, you know, then I take it as it goes. Like if they don't follow up again, I might wait 5 days and I'll follow up with them once again. And then if I don't hear from them, then I'll just put them on my month. I'll follow up with them in a month. Like it's always any person that has become my friend, I really want to be talking to, you know, once a month, once every 2 months. Whether once a month would be, I'll comment on something on their page, or I'll send them a message and say hi. So, you know, because I'm making friends with intention as well. My friendships are for a reason. If people are, and that's going all the way back to my birthday messages, if people are in my feed, like in my friends that are not my people, like I just am like, nope, this is not the kind of person this is not my jam. They don't need to be in my line of sight. Like I want to fill myself with positive people all the time. So that's why I know when someone pops up, I pretty much know I want to connect with them because I've filtered them enough. Quality over quantity. Quality. Honestly, guys, I have 3,000 friends and there's still like some sorting to do. Trust me, especially in my support group. That's maybe where I have more work to do. Anyways, we got to be done with this. Any more questions before I take my Insta story? So everybody's going to have to give a big smile. I'll give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anybody have a question? Okay, this is getting long. Okay, everybody take a big smile. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Happy Saturday.